Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we are going to be speaking about Erling Haaland. So I know this is going to sound so crazy, but yes, for today, we are going to be talking about Erling Haaland potentially moving to FC Barcelona. Jared Romero reported on something big, and he said this before he even announced this report. He said, we're going to be talking about something big. No, it has nothing to do with like sponsorship, shirt deals, nothing to do with the Camp Nou that will be finished in 2024. It does have something to do with Erling Haaland, and this is what Jared Romero had to say. Deco met today with Haaland's agents. Erling Haaland is Joan Laporta's biggest dream, and we saw some video footage of one of the agents walking around going inside a building to meet with Barcelona and Joan Laporta. Now at that time we're like, okay, it can't be Erling Haaland because that agent does represent many other players like De Ligt, like Verratti, and also Mazraoui. So maybe Barcelona were debating on whether they should sign De Ligt, Mazraoui, or some other players, but it can't be Erling Haaland, right? He's just too expensive. He just signed for Manchester City. Jared Romero is probably doing some clickbait. Maybe he's just trying to get some clout to revive his career. But then later, we found out that the big part of these talks were about Erling Haaland. The main reason why those agents went to that building was because they believe that a deal can be reached. And it seems like this meeting went on so positive that even other sources were claiming that Deco and Erling Haaland's agents agreed to schedule a further meeting with Erling Haaland's family for them to value the possibility of a deal. And guys, I'm like shaking right now. I can't believe it. I cannot believe that Barcelona have the audacity to go for someone like Erling Haaland, even though from our perspective and based off what we know, it seems like it's almost impossible. But you don't just make a meeting with one of the agents knowing that your financials can support this operation. Like they probably do have a solution to this. You don't just simply waste everybody's times knowing damn well that you can't afford someone like him. There's just no way. Everything that went on here is happening for a reason. It's because Joan Laporta and Deco do believe that Erling Haaland in this summer is very much possible. Now, here is going to be my biggest personal question. Why would Erling Haaland move away from Man City now and go to FC Barcelona after only being at City for 2 years? And he has 3 years left in his contract. He just scored 5 goals against Luton for the FA Cup. Why would he want to break this momentum that he's building with City? Because he's only going to get stronger from here. It just seems like it's way too early. Now, I do have my theories. Point number one, Barcelona is simply just a bigger club compared to City. I'm sorry to say that. I know that some City fans are probably here looking at this video, but it's just that is the reality. Barcelona is the bigger club over Manchester City. There's a reason why, City fans, that your captain from last season moved to Barcelona. There's a reason why Bernardo Silva was trying to force a move away from City to go to Barcelona last summer, but they couldn't do that because Barcelona did not have the financials. There's a reason why Ferran Torres left back in 2021 to move to Barcelona. It is because he wanted to revive his career. There's a reason why Barcelona is the bigger club over City. Barcelona has more history, and the academy that Barcelona produce, right? These type of players that they assemble into the first team and out there in Europe is the reason why Barcelona truly never die. They never die. If you compare the academies between City and Barcelona, Barcelona pull out 2 youngsters per season that end up becoming very important players. So within these past 5 to 6 years, seeing how Barcelona could not sign the biggest players in the world, the reason why Barcelona never truly died is because of the academy and the players that they are nurturing, which is going to be transitioning me to my second point. Erling Haaland sees what Barcelona is becoming and the rivalry that he could have in La Liga. So let me expand on that. If we compare City and Barcelona, I would tell you that City is the better team. Of course, City is much better than Barcelona. I'm going to give you guys your flowers. City is the better team over Barcelona. If you have been working with your coach, Pep Guardiola, for the past 8 years, of course, your sporting project, your structure, your football is going to be much better than a team that is rebuilding and a coach that has only been here for about 2 years. Like I have said, Manchester City do have the better team currently. And if City do face Barcelona tomorrow, City would win. I can assure you that. But if you compare Barcelona and City in terms of who has the better future, Barcelona simply have the much better future. When you talk about Gavi, Pedri, Lamine Yamal, Frenkie de Jong, Balde, Cubarsí, Vitor Roque, Araujo. This is a team that can be together and dominate Europe for the next 7 to 8 years, probably even more than that. And when you add Erling Haaland into this equation with these group of players, he can work with these players for at least 7 years. Because when you look at Haaland and what he has at City, we can talk about his greatest partner, Kevin De Bruyne. He's 33 years old. Once De Bruyne is out of City, who is going to feed Haaland like how De Bruyne does? Bernardo Silva, also another great partner for Haaland, is 30 years old. And who knows if Bernardo Silva is going to be continuing at City for the next 2 or 3 years. Most importantly, Pep Guardiola, is he going to be having continuity after 2025 or maybe in the summer of 2024? Who knows when Pep is going to be leaving, but that is going to be very soon. And so City are sprinting their last miles. Barcelona, on the other hand, are warming up. So Barcelona would be a great option for Haaland. And if Barcelona do sign Hansi Flick, that's only going to strengthen the option for Erling Haaland because you would have great core group of players and also a great coach, Hansi Flick. And so let's talk about the next point, which is the rivalry that he could be having in the league. And let me tell you guys one thing. It is not a coincidence, my friends, that this whole Haaland talk with Barcelona is happening at the same time of Kylian Mbappe signing for Real Madrid. It's not a coincidence. I strongly believe that the reason why the agents and Barcelona want to make this happen is because they want to have that rivalry between Erling Haaland and Kylian Mbappe in La Liga, the same thing that we had before between Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. Let me tell you guys another thing. Do you guys know what builds a player's brand? It is the rivalry that you have in your career. Messi would not be as popular today if it wasn't for Ronaldo's emergence. Same thing for Ronaldo. Ronaldo would not be as popular today if it wasn't for Lionel Messi's emergence. They both fed each other. We created the narratives. We created the story between Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. And those two players felt that pressure. One player wanted to be better than the other, and that furthered their brands. Many people started talking about Ronaldo and Messi. That is how you build a player's brand and how you make it stronger. Erling Haaland and the agents are going to be looking at this as an opportunity, and as an opportunity to face Kylian Mbappe in La Liga for the Clásicos. Are you kidding me? Like, what player does not want this? And I remember Erling Haaland back in 2021, I believe he said something like, I'm just going to be paraphrasing, but he said, I saw Kylian Mbappe score 2 goals yesterday and that pushed me to score 3 goals today or score 2 goals today. It was something like that. And I'm like, this is exactly what's needed in the world of football and what it takes to become one of the best players in the world. Erling Haaland has the elite mentality and he knows his competitor. It is Kylian Mbappe. So what if, right? So now that I'm thinking about it, what if this whole transfer of Kylian Mbappe to Real Madrid is a blessing in disguise? What if the only reason why Haaland wants to move to Barcelona and wants this to happen with the agents is because Kylian Mbappe is also moving to Real Madrid? Because what if Mbappe never moved to Real Madrid? Maybe Haaland would have never wanted to see the opportunity to move to FC Barcelona. So what if this whole thing about Mbappe and Real Madrid is a blessing in disguise for Barcelona? Isn't that amazing? Isn't it amazing how life works? And you better bet that the side of Haaland, the family, the agents, they're going to want to have this opportunity because it's going to help everybody. It's good for everybody. It's good for Real Madrid, Kylian Mbappe, Haaland, the family, the agents, Barcelona, Joan Laporta, Deco. It's good for everybody. Everybody wins in this scenario. And so can you just imagine that? Kylian Mbappe's Real Madrid versus Erling Haaland's Barcelona. Something that we thought was going to happen in 2022, but here we are 2 years later with Real Madrid and Barcelona being in much better positions sportingly. Both are going to be having massive teams because Haaland is going to be backed by Pedri, Frankie, and Gavi. And Mbappe is going to be backed by Bellingham, Tchouaméni, and Camavinga. Dude, like, can you see the dream? Do you see the vision? If you guys are still being pessimistic right now, you guys are like, no, I don't want to see this. Let's be realistic, guys. Let's just worry about something else. I don't want to talk about it. Or if you're like a City fan and you're butthurt, then I don't know what to tell you, dude. But this is something that would change the game. Everybody that supports football would win because everybody would want to see games like this every season. And both of these teams meeting each other 2 to 3 times a year. So Joan Laporta, I beg you, if you're watching this video and you are on YouTube and you're on your laptop and you're in bed, just chilling in that room, listen to my voice. Please pull this off. We want this. We will be there. If you need help, Laporta, I will start a GoFundMe right now. I will do it. I'll put my link right here and everybody has to donate $1 to support this important cause of Haaland to Barcelona. So Gerard Romero also stated that apart from Barcelona's approach to sign Haaland, a European club have sent the player an offer for this summer, meaning that the agents and Erling Haaland are supposedly welcoming other offers from Europe, which is very surprising because now it's just starting to seem like Haaland wants out, but we'll see how this does progress. He also states that the departure of 2 Barcelona players that would help the club sign Haaland was discussed in the meeting between Deco and Haaland's agents. Now, this also furthers my point. The operation and what they want to pull off is very much clear from Laporta's part. They know what needs to happen and what they need to do. I feel like one of the players that they would need to let go of is going to be definitely Lewandowski. Lewandowski has a huge salary. He does get paid 27 million euros a year gross. If you take away that money, you can move Erling Haaland's salary into that section. I believe that Barcelona's biggest problem in the summer is not going to be how much they have to pay City, but how much they have to reduce their salary bill. That has always been Barcelona's problem. It has always been about, we want to sign X player, but the salary bill does not permit. We want to sign the Y player, but Javier Tebas does not allow for Barcelona to be very flexible for financial fair play. I also believe that a Barcelona team that has Haaland, Lewandowski, and Vitor Roque cannot exist. It's gonna have to be Lewandowski and Haaland, or Haaland and Vitor Roque. And I feel like the player that will be leaving would be Lewandowski, who's going to be 37 years old very soon. So again, it is clear, Barcelona, the agents, and Haaland want something to happen. Even the agent of Haaland, named Rafaela Pimienta, stated this: did Mino Raiola have a good relationship with Barcelona? Yes, but so do I. I always say that Joan Laporta can't ask me for anything in football because it's not fair, because he knows that I'm going to be saying yes. And Joan Laporta has always asked for Erling Haaland. Like, as a matter of fact, when Joan Laporta started his era at Barcelona back in 2021, the one player that he was trying to sign was Erling Haaland, but the financials did not permit at that time. But now, fast forwarding a couple of years later, after seeing Joan Laporta shift some financial decisions around, I do believe that they finally got to a point where they can make a very big signing in the summer, and that player could be Erling Haaland. And so that is it. That is going to be wrapping up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.